Good morning, guys. I've no idea what day it is.
Wednesday.
It's Wednesday, apparently. And the weather's finally broken. It started raining. It's not too bad. It kind of kept us in this morning. But I think it's forecast to clear up for 3 o'clock-ish. It's now 2:05. And we're off to do
Falconry.
We're going to looking at some big birds of the feathered variety. So let's get on and enjoy it. Oh, and we're picking our pottery up, aren't we?
We are.
Yeah, we'll get to pick our pottery up and see what a disaster we've made of it. Thank you. Bye.
Now what we're going to do today, we're going to start with a little bit of a talk about the birds, we'll then do a little bit of handling, we'll then see how the weather is, which may head outside, do a bit of training flying, a bit of free flying. If it turns miserable as it has been most of the day, we'll just do the flying inside instead. Now, what we've got with us, we've got 3 of the 6 main types of birds used for falconry. So we've got the owls down there at the end, we've got falcon just here in the middle, just behind me here we've got a hawk. We haven't got our buzzard with us because a few months ago, our buzzard decided to go on strike. She has just refused to fly to anybody, so we've put her in her aviary. She's now getting way more food than she could ever possibly eat, and she's just hanging out with her new boyfriend, Frodo. She's retired at the grand old age of 1. We haven't got her with us. We haven't got our eagle with us because our eagle may or may not have pinned a sheepdog to the floor a few years ago. The dog was fine, but I'm all sure you've seen the kids running around in their big fluffy jumpers. Don't want to have to call Centre Parcs management and explain why the eagle's at the top of the tree with somebody's child. It's not a good call to make. We also don't have our vulture with us because vultures like to eat things that are half dead. I'm sure you've all had a lovely holiday so far, but you'll have eaten too much, drunk too much. It's not worth mixing them two together. So we'll start with falcons, just here in the middle. Now, falcons are the most varied type of bird, right? So you get these tiny little pygmy falcons. They live in the tropics, those things like beetles, bugs, dragonflies, and tiny birds. On the other side, you get falcons, the biggest falcons in the world. I forgot to say world then. Yeah, the biggest falcons in the world. A little bit bigger than Pip here. They're about that sort of height next to Pip. They're enormous birds. Live in the Arctic. Now this thing on her head isn't a crash helmet, and it's not there to keep her ears warm. It is just there to switch her on. And as you can see, by the fact that you've all come in, sat down, had a bit of a chat amongst yourselves, and I've been shouting at you for the last 10 minutes, and she didn't even wake up for any of that. So the hoods work quite well. It works by covering her eyes, making it dark, covering her ears, making it quiet. And she does whatever any of us would do when you get a bit of peace and quiet. You just have a nap, don't you? It's the best thing to do. Now, I do really need to figure out how to just turn the flash off for me.
Hello, beautiful.
Hello.
Well, you two, obviously, but...
Now, just stop slapping me in the face. Well, it's quite different, but if we did this with... Open your hand up. Step back. Oh, don't worry about that noise. It's just a naughty kid from the last session. I get to interrupt you. Make a fist. There you go. Now, the best reason I've ever heard for why you've got your bird on your weak hand is so you can defend yourself with your sword with your strong hand. Do you think if I gave you a sword now, you could balance him and sword fight somebody? No one ever says, yes, I've got 2 swords in the shed ready. It's a ridiculous theory. If you're ever out for a walk with your owl and somebody attacks you with a sword, might never happen, but you should be prepared. Best thing you can do, throw your owl at them, run off. Your owl will be fine. He'll fly off, and that gives you enough time to get away from the person with a sword. I do have to say, step up you, is we're going to start doing a bit of training flying. I'm not sure it's going to go particularly well, because he was meant to land on the perch first of all. Shh! And not have the ball at the end. The joys of training an owl. Step up here, come on. You know exactly where you're meant to stand. How good was that? He flew straight to the perch. He goes up into a tree and he goes, I don't know how to get down. Unfortunately, then all I can really do is stand underneath him going, I don't know how to get you down. Just step this way a bit more. Go. And you just end up in a bit of a spiral of him going, help me, and me going, help me. And yeah, you don't get anywhere really. So you have to put them on a creance as that first thing, just to keep them safe. When you fly in the bird about 60 or 70 feet to you, and the second you call that bird, it sets off. Well, that's how you know the bird's ready to fly free. He is at home, he will fly 60 to 70 feet to me the second I call it. But because he's somewhere different, because there's people watching him, there's just that bit more pressure on, so he's a bit nervous. A lot of working with a bird of prey is working with their confidence. If you've got a really confident bird, they will do whatever you want them to do. If you've got a bird that's a bit nervous, well, they're not going to do anything that you want them to do because they're just not very confident. He just smacked you in the face then, didn't he?
It's alright. I've got a cat at home who likes to hit me with his tail.
Now,
Okay guys, that was the falconry. You enjoyed that, didn't you?
I did very much so.
That was really good, that was. It was there for a while. Got a few pictures, I don't know how they're going to come out, but Michelle's just going checking the pictures now. Didn't you? Offloaded them now.
Yeah, I should have the app on here.
Yeah, so if she hasn't, she soon will have.